Hey guys, in today's tutorial we're going to show you how to use the consignment module. So this is assuming you understand the recycling contract management section. So we're going to start off there. Now, in order to apply a consignment contract, you need to have a contract created and you need to add a consignment rule to that particular contract. So I'm going to click this contract that's already set up. And we could see the basics of the contract already established, the billing information, etc. Now, in order to apply consignment, you need to go to the consignment tab. Over here, you can see we have a consignment 50/50 rule. I'm going to edit that just so you can see what that is. You're going to set it up. You're going to create a name, some identifier to let you know what type of consignment rule this is. And you have a few options for consignment. You could do a flat split, a tiered split, which would be different ranges with different percentages. So depending on the option that you're looking for would determine which version you're going to use. In this case, we're going to use a simple 50/50 split. Now, if you want to apply it to any commodity that's coming in, so if it's everything, you want to make this the default rule. And that's going to ensure that all items that are tagged or received in are applied a consignment flag, that you'll be able to find it in the future. Now, that being said, if you didn't want to apply it to every single commodity coming in, and let's say an example would be you told your customer laptops and different things like that are going to be under consignment, but servers are not, then you might not want to make that the default. So you'd be able to identify which items are under that rule. So if you have different commodities, like in this case we have a commodity named ITAD, you might have one laptop. By selecting the consignment rule here would determine if that's going to have the consignment flag being processed during the audit. Now, let's just double check, make sure that we're flagged as its default for all items, which it is. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to go create a order here and apply that contract. So I'm going to take the Razor demo account, and what we're going to do is schedule a quick order. And essentially I'm just going to apply the contract here. So do the consignment 50/50 split, hit yes, and then essentially convert this to an order. So we're going to go to recycling inbound orders, and I'm going to go through the full process, receive an order in, and you can see here that we do have the order here with the consignment contract already set. So that's going to ensure all assets received in are going to be properly allocated. So next step is I'm going to audit that particular pallet. So we'll see that pallet of computers, ID number 62894. Now we're going to hit audit. This will allow us to start auditing that material. I'm just going to bring in a simple item, an LCD monitor. We'll bring those in and go through it. I'm going to send these to resale. And I'm going to bulk add a bunch of items here. I'm going to scan in the serial numbers for this demonstration. So that's going to bring in the items that are audited, and I'm going to complete the audit. Now, these items, when you go to the settlement for this particular order, and we're going to take a look at it right now. You can see these items if we go over to consignment. You'll see that they are set up with the consignment rule. It looks like I applied a different contract that had a different rule. In this case, it's showing a 10%. Let me take a look at that. Okay, so yeah, we did apply a different rule, so it did a 10% split, and we set it as the default here. So everything looks correct. Now, how this is going to work, we're going to go over to the sales order page, and we're going to simulate a sale. So I have a test order for Demo Green Recycler. We're going to click into that. Now, I'm going to sell 4 of those particular items, so we'll let this load, and then I'm just going to scan in the serial numbers to make it easy here. So over here we applied 4 of those items on our consignment, and we're going to set up a price. We're going to say they sold at $100 each. Now, once I approve this and invoice this, we could charge the customer, collect the money, but every month or whatever the frequency is that you're going to pay for consignment, you'll find your items under inventory consignment items. Now over here, this is going to show you all consignment items, and you have different filters that are important to set. So typically you're going to want to say, show me all inventory that's sold, show me all sales orders that are paid, which means we invoice them. And from a consignment standpoint, not paid means we did not pay the customer for their consigned material back. So basically everything in this list would be something that you should cut a AP invoice back to the customer. So we're going to look at the Razor demo, and let's say we wanted to close out a lot of their product here. I'll do a filter by that particular account. So we'll let that load here, and then we'll process that. So you can see here we have different sales orders. We scroll to the right, you can see that these are the monitors here that sold at $100 a piece, and then you have your amount owed and which contract number it's under, etc. So if you wanted to pay these out all one time, you could do a select all, or if you wanted to just pay these particular ones out, which we're going to do, we'll select them and hit add to purchase order. Now what that did was essentially said we paid the customer, we applied the particular consignment charge onto that PO. So now you can see it's already marked paid. If I took that filter off, we'll be able to see that here. We could sort by date sold, so you can see those 4 items that sold. Which are right here. And if we, you can see what sales order are under, what invoice number they're under, the purchase order, which is PO 3050. So we'll be able to go to purchase orders, and we would see that purchase order created here, which is PO 3050. So you'll be able to pay your customer back and apply that $39.60 on an AP invoice. So you could see that information is right here on PO 3050. We could go to the items field, and essentially you could print out a purchase order if you need to. You can see here you have your items, your cost, your extended price. So that's how you use the consignment module and how you maneuver in Razor to apply consignment to inbound orders.